and welcome to Roadside Notes. I'm Christopher, the Route 66 Chaplain. Now, these are readings from the Faith and Good Courage Journal found at faithandgoodcourage.com. Stories from the road, always a little grace for the miles ahead, and reminders that hope still travels with us. This is from my October 2nd, 2025 journal, Staying Neutral in Politics with Inspiring Kindness. Staying neutral in politics with courage? Is that even possible? I've spent enough time in diners to notice how politics creeps in like background noise. One TV over the counter is tuned to one news channel, and the other screen is blasting its rival. Half the room nods along, half the room groans, and the waitress, she just keeps pouring coffee like nothing's happening. If there's a picture of America right now, it's that booth scene. People divided, everyone sure of their angle, and not much kindness making it to that table. For a long time, I thought my job was to prove my side was right, to speak louder, to show more facts, to argue my way into winning. But here's the hard truth. Nobody gets healed when the volume goes up, and I don't want my life to become one more voice adding to that static. Staying neutral in politics doesn't mean I don't care. It means I've chosen to let kindness be the loudest word I leave behind. When today's headlines are filled with anger, it's easy to feel like neutrality is weakness. Some people hear neutral and think it means silent, blind, or unwilling to stand up for what matters. But staying neutral in politics can also be an act of courage. It means refusing to let yourself be dragged into the mudslinging. It means choosing to remain awake in injustice while still refusing to humanize the people on the other side of the aisle. Awake doesn't have to mean angry. Neutral doesn't have to mean numb. Here's what it looks like for me. Listening first instead of rushing to respond. Smiling in the grocery aisle, even when I overhear grumbling about the latest debate. Holding a door open for someone who might not vote like me. Picking up the check for a stranger at a diner without checking their bumper stickers in the parking lot. These are small, steady reminders that kindness has no party line. Staying neutral in politics is not about, disengagement. It's about choosing where I will place my energy. I'd much rather invest a kind act than waste my day on another argument that changes nothing. The world doesn't need my outrage. It needs my presence. Route 66 has a way of teaching lessons. Every few miles, the road splits. Do you take the bypass, or do you take the long curve through the small town? Do you rush ahead, or do you stop for pie? Life is full of crossroads, and so is politics. I can choose division, or I can choose kindness. I can choose to prove my point, or I can choose to preserve someone's dignity. One path leaves bitterness in its wake. The other leaves peace. In reflection, neutral doesn't mean blind. Awake doesn't mean bitter. And kind doesn't mean weak. Staying neutral in politics is about showing up with presence, with dignity, with the willingness to listen when everyone else is shouting. If I'm remembered for anything at all, I hope it's that, a traveler who left a table of peace behind, not one of, roadblock of anger. And maybe that's the real courage we need right now. The courage to stay neutral, the courage to stay kind, the courage to stay human. Travel well, my friends. Have faith and good courage.